What goes on, people? Welcome to Den Night, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Soul of Chogokin Dragonzord. Now, this is from the same line as the Megazord I did last week, so I think you know will be coming next week. But I want to do a quick review of this, and I will be doing the same kind of thing as I did last week with the combo with the Megazord in the two forms. I don't remember what the forms were named off the top of my head, but we'll get to that then. First off, he does come with a set of swappable hands. Just more of a battle stance, I guess. Battle poses for the hands, as opposed to these straight on, like the missile firing poses. And he does come with a separate power staff, which is odd because I thought the power staff was formed by the tail and this front part, but we'll figure out why that's there later. I'm not sure on that one. But anyway, just like the Megazord, there's not a single decal to be found on this, which I like. Everything is paint or just die-cast metal, solid plastic already in the color. Decent articulation. Always loved the kind of drill on the end of his tail. Actually, to be honest, this is probably one of my favorite Zords of all. And canonically, I think he's one of the only ones from Mighty Morphin anyway that wasn't destroyed. Tommy lost his powers, but the Dragonzord was just kind of left in that lake and forgotten about, so it's still waiting. Just waiting to hear the flute. But good gold work. I don't know what you'd call that. Chromy, shiny. Very nice looking. The fin on the top of his head, of course, is posable, but I think that's more for transformations later. Semi-posable jaw. I do wish his eyes lit up. I think that would be cool, but unfortunately not. It does not. Overall, just a good piece. The only other thing I can say I wish it did come with was like little removable, kind of like in-motion rocket accessories, kind of look like he's firing off the rockets out of his fingers. I think the Super 7 one that's coming out this year actually does have that, but I'm not really sure scale-wise. I think it's a little smaller, and obviously probably doesn't combine with this line of Zords, but I'm pretty happy with this anyway. Like I said, one of my favorites, if not my favorite. And he does, of course, combine with the Megazord in two different variations, which we're going to try and duplicate. Kind of similar to how we did last week, just the speed cut. But not much more to say. Everyone knows what these guys look like. Just as a quick side note before I start the transformation, having these side by side, I'm not sure how to scale these are, if this is the right ratio, if you will. I remember the Dragonzord fighting just the Tyrannosaurus. I can't remember if these two ever fought directly, but I'll try and put a little thing in there to see. I don't know. Probably doesn't matter. I'm just being picky, but enough of that. Let's just get to the transformations. Alright, so there it is in its partial transformation as the Dragonzord fighting mode. I had to look it up. Now, his center section actually did come apart like it was supposed to. The whole staff thing folds up and goes inside. The tail came off and the full tail attached. But this one is like way too low. See how far his arm would have been down just to grab the handle? So that's the whole reason the other one came with it. And then you remove 2 sections of the tail. And then it's the right size. I'm just not sure what this is for then. Like why this does this at all if you're supposed to replace it with that. Maybe that'll come into play more with Titanus. I don't fully remember what the Ultrazord looks like, but as you can see, we use the Tyrannosaurus, Triceratops, I can't speak, and saber-toothed tiger for the legs. The pterodactyl and Tyrannosaurus are gone completely, and the mastodon became the new arms. So I don't remember in the show, maybe the pterodactyl just flew around separately then, and the Tyrannosaurus just went back to Tyrannosaurus mode. I don't know, the whole Zord thing wasn't very flushed out. Very messy lore, but... And you can see the battle mode face does drop out from the jaw. The jaw drops down, and when you drop the jaw down all the way, it actually releases a second little layer, and then the face comes out. Cool little gimmick. And I do like how the shoulder pieces of the Dragonzord folded out and then folded back together to be the front shield. Overall, very nice. So I guess the last part would be to combine everything into the Mega Dragonzord. So let's start that one. And there we have the Mega Dragonzord mode, as it's called. You probably saw in the transformation sequence that he fell over at least once, I think twice. He is not very well balanced in this mode. I kind of think this is like an abomination, honestly. This is just... I don't think this is a very good combination. The battle mode made a little more sense. This is just kind of whatever. I don't even think he's attached right on the top, to be honest. I'll fix that before it goes in the showcase. But anyway, as you can see, pretty much everything's used. There's a little bit of extra of the tail. Got the sword. The Mastodon shield. And I think everything else is used. Looks like it. I mean, other than the elephant in the room of this thing now. But I think that's just a swap thing. But overall, pretty neat. Not my favorite mode. But we'll do once over. Just look at it. Look at all the detail of the abomination. I'm sticking to that. I don't like this mode at all. But this will be temporary. One more video in this series for next week. Anyway, let's get this beast upstairs and into the showcase. Alright, so I decided, for the time being anyway, I'm just going to leave the combination together. Just for some space as I expand. Once I get a couple more shelves in, I'll probably end up separating them, but like I said, for space, for now, this is the way it's staying. And this will kind of lead into what's happening next week, which I'm sure if anyone who's watching who knows anything about Power Rangers, you probably know what next week is. So anyway, thanks for watching. Like, comment, subscribe, do all those YouTube things, and keep collecting. Bye.